Thank you very much, Ms Rees, and it is truly a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. And I also want to congratulate my right honourable friend, the member for Harlow, on securing this important debate. I know he cares very deeply about adult skills, both in his role as chair of the Education Select Committee, but also as a former Minister of State for Apprenticeships and Skills, indeed, as well, and I'm following in his footsteps to a great degree. I want to start by saying that the Government welcomes the Education Committee's report on adult skills and lifelong learning and has responded to all of the committee's recommendations, and I want to thank all of the members of the committee for all the work that you do in this area. We may not agree on every specific details, but I know that we're all passionate to change the lives of people who need the skills to get on in life. In our response, we set out what we're going to do to address the challenges presented by COVID-19, as well as our longer-term strategy for ensuring that we have the skills that the future economies needs. And I do want to touch upon these two things today because they are vitally important, as many members have said. I agree with many honourable members. The pandemic has had a huge impact on the lives of many individuals, and the topic of adult skills and lifelong learning has never been more important. We know from the 2008 economic downturn that for some people, especially young people, those in low-skilled and low-paid jobs, the impact of economic scarring can have a lifelong detrimental effect on their lives and future prospects. And I just want to reassure the committee that we are acutely aware of that, and everything we're doing in government is to do what we can to avoid that. We've learned the lessons of 2008. The government has taken some quick action to support those affected by COVID-19, but of course we're always looking to see what we can do to rebuild, to build back better, to recover our economy, etc. And obviously skills and adults will be a key part of that. In the Department for Education, we started during the beginning of the pandemic by introducing the Skills Toolkit in April 2020. And it was basically something that was there that was useful for people to do as we very first went into lockdown, first went into furlough. And providers included the Open University, Google, Amazon and FutureLearn and many others. And they're delivering these online courses from practical maths to computer science and coding courses to help people stay in work or take the time that they have to take up those new opportunities. And that offer was expanded last September to over 70 courses. And as of February this year, so less than a year after it started, there have been an estimated 176,800 course registrations, and only one of them was mine, and 33,600 course completions, and one of them was mine. The Chancellor's plan for jobs is also protecting, supporting and creating jobs across the country. We want to help people across the country, whether you're starting out your career, you're thinking of updating your skills, or you're considering changing your career. And the Honourable Member for Birkenhead mentioned the challenges in terms of the industrial strategy and trying to respond to that. Build Back Better, our plan for growth, contains many of the government's plans, and also the Levelling Up Fund, which has got some excellent uses to basically try and help level up and make sure that we do genuinely build back better. We've also increased our investment in the National Careers Service. We're enabling more careers advisors to provide personalised careers advice, and for more people whose jobs or learning has been impacted by COVID, and we've doubled the number of work coaches for those that are going into the job centre. We're getting prepared to make sure that we are there to help people, however they access us, whatever help they need. For those who are aged 16 to 24 and facing barriers to entering work or an apprenticeship, we're increasing the number of traineeships to give more personalised training, including English and maths. Many honourable members mentioned additional support that's required in those areas, and work experience to help you progress. And we're investing an additional £126 million into traineeships in the 21-22 academic year to do just this. And traineeships and pre-apprenticeships provide work-based learning focused on improving a young person's ability, how to look for a job, apply for a job, how to prepare, how to be successful in the workplace. And they allow a young person to achieve the level 1-2 qualifications they may have missed out on. Digital skills are essential. They include those if they didn't do well in those subjects at school. And it also has a vocational and occupational element of learning, and if required, qualifications as well aligned to a sector or an occupation. The programme includes vitally work experience and a placement that lasts anywhere between 2 and 8 weeks. And I think at the end we really hope that all those young people will be offered a job or an apprenticeship. And businesses have a vital role to play, as the member for Mangle-Friend, the member for Stoke-on-Trent said, Stoke-on-Trent North. Alongside business representative organisations, colleges, training providers, other local organisations, councils and LETs and mayoral combined authority. This is part of this local working together. But in terms of businesses, a lot is happening already. I mentioned traineeships. Specsavers, as a large employer, have engaged with traineeship programme as a way of recruiting their apprentices. They've basically now got a 100% success rate of progressing young people who've completed a traineeship into an apprenticeship, and we want more of these models. Smaller businesses as well as engaged. Nexus Accountants have supported traineeships, and they have enabled people, young people, to access higher level apprenticeships, nurturing them along the way. We have sector-based work academies also helping make sure that we have an offer sector-focused for employability training, work experience, etc., that lasts up to 6 weeks. Essential digital skills, many honourable members mentioned these. We have new updated, and they are available from August last year. Community learning, we have 259 providers in multiple centres all across the countries, and we've been obviously working with closely with the Department of Work and Education to make sure that more unemployed people can take advantage of all of the adult skills, the lifetime skills guarantee. So we're piloting an extension to the length of time they can receive universal credit while taking work-focused study from later this month. And we're delighted about this because it will mean that universal credit claimants will now be able to train full-time for up to 12 weeks or 16 weeks if they're on a full-time skills boot camp in England while receiving universal credit to support their living costs. And this will give them many more options and get the opportunity to improve the productivity of the country by using the time to ensure that they get more skills, become more valuable, secure their work future. Through the National Skills Fund, we have the potential to deliver opportunities to generations of adults who've previously been left behind, and we will do more than nurse it back to health. We will make sure that we invest this £2.5 billion and £3 billion, we're including Barnett funding for devolved administrations, to make it's a significant investment, and we want to make sure it changes lives. Available since the 1st of April, we're fully funding any adult aged 24 and over who wants to achieve their first A-level equivalent qualification. They'll be able to access more than 400 valuable courses as part of the Lifetime Skills Guarantee, and the free Courses for Jobs offer is backed by £95 million from the National Skills Fund in year one, which removes the barrier to training for millions of adults and gives them the chance to get really valuable training. And this list is not static, the courses can change, and in fact we have added another number of courses already, so it isn't set in stone. We will adapt as required, and the qualifications on offer are already fantastic. Adults can take up these, they can boost their career prospects, wages, and help fill skills gaps. For example, a diploma in engineering, technology, they can progress onto roles in maintenance, manufacturing, engineering, there's electrical installation, adult care, all of the areas that we have skills shortages. So this is an important part of our offer. The second part of the Lifetime Skills Guarantee is boot camps. The first one started in the West Midlands, Greater Manchester, Lancashire, Liverpool City, Reading, etc. These are absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen them, go out and see them, and I'd be very happy to go when we can with members of the committee. There's a School of Code boot camps. We've had some brilliant stories changing lives. A print production manager for 15 years. He was made redundant from his job. He was looking for a change, something different to do. He said, the School of Code has truly changed my life. I have the skills, confidence to change careers, to do something I truly love. And he's now launched as a junior software engineer at Wise. There are so many examples: photonics, electronics, electrical engineering. There are so many companies involved, and we are looking to spread them all across the country. Many members have mentioned apprentices and apprenticeships. There is obviously incentives. They are so important, and we have 130 now, level 6 and level 7 standards. And I am a huge fan, as the Honourable Member for Harlow said, as the only degree apprentice in the House of Commons. This white paper is a huge opportunity. Many mentioned flexible modular provision. We will make sure that that is included. Funding, we will simplify it. But in conclusion, Timing is everything. The Honourable Member for Waveney mentioned. And it is now that we will make sure that this does not collect dust on shelves. The white paper delivers on that technical revolution, the biggest technical revolution in 60 years, and we're committed to ensuring that we have a skills system that will offer individuals all they need to be successful in life and will enable our economy to build back better as a nation. Thank you very much for your contributions.